Okay.
Hello, everybody. It's the African American Reading Assembly.
Woo!
This is such a wonderful assembly. I am so excited, Nick.
Me too, Miss Estes. Did you know that this is our 8th annual African American Read-In here at Wildwood?
And it's such a special occasion. I came 4 years ago, and it was the first time I had had an African American read-in, and I was so excited, and it's been so special every year since.
Yes, we have so many guests come and join every classroom, and this tradition actually goes all the way back to 1990. It was started by the National Council of Teachers of English as a way for us to elevate and showcase and celebrate this rich African American literature, writings, poetry. So
Nick,
yes.
Do you know who was the very first African American writer in this country, in this part of the world?
No, I don't.
Well, she was writing before the country even was started. Phillis Wheatley.
Oh, Phillis Wheatley, of course.
Yes, wow. Yes. She was a poet, and today we are going to be celebrating poetry in so many different forms. And I just want us to be mindful that Phillis Wheatley, she started in the effort to bring poetry to the masses in a space where she wasn't even supposed to be able to read and write.
Incredible. Incredible. What a story.
I love it.
And we're going all the way to the present day with the inspiration of the 22-year-old inaugural poet, Amanda Gorman.
Oh, give me chills. You're giving me chills.
So, you know, this is I like to think of it as like a sacred space that we're all coming together, you know, out there in the virtual land. I was thinking about the big circle we make on the first day of school when we're in person. So it's kind of like this big circle all together.
Yes, as we create our very first virtual African American reading, we are making sure we envision our entire Wildwood family being in community together, holding each other in our hearts, knowing that we are being safe and that we are protecting each other in this time.
Absolutely. And we have a very special guest here at the assembly, an old friend of Wildwood. Do you know who it is?
I have a guess. I'm wondering.
He is a musician, an accomplished musician. He has a fabulous CD called Rites of Passage that he has put together with his group called the Oneness Project.
I know who it is.
Saxophonist and a vocalist. He has actually co-directed our chorus for a couple years. Oh, so incredible when he was here with us. And he is also a PhD student in African American Studies at UMass.
We're going to be calling him doctor one day.
I think we're ready to add him to our stream. Let's everybody out there in Wildwood Land welcome the one and only Matali Banda.
Matali!
Hello, friends. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, our pleasure, Matali.
I'm glad to be here.
We are so thrilled. So, Matali, you're going to bring us all together at the beginning of the assembly with a special song that I understand you wrote, you created, right?
I wrote some of it, and some of it was inspired by an arrangement to a Ziggy Marley song I do with the kiddos, and so they'll know that part, and then I wrote my own lyrics, and I start every show I do with this song.
How beautiful.
It feels like a prayer. I call it morning mantra. And I wrote the lyrics after another great Black icon left us, Kobe. And it seemed really appropriate to talk about, you know, it's very hard to get up when it's hard, you know, but we do it anyways. And so I sing this to myself every day.
Wow.
But I believe in starting spaces with it because I do feel like it breathes air into the room in ways that not a lot of songs can.
Wow, beautiful. So, we'll remove ourselves from the stream and then let Matali just take over. And everyone out there is.
Sounds great. All right, so if you're listening, I want you to repeat this after me. Ooh, ooh, get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Running through the ring, running past my smoke, facing all the ghosts. I know how it feels when it's hard to make a way. But we ride today, ain't no easy way to get through the day. When it's hard, we say, hey, gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing. Sing along, gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. Gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And if I go down, then I go down swinging. I still smiling and my heart still singing, yeah.
Oh man, Matali, I love it that you sing that to yourself every morning. What a way to start the day.
Thank you.
Yes, how beautiful, Natali. Thank you so much. Yeah. We're all going to be thinking and singing that song when we're getting out of bed in the morning. Thank you so much.
I hope so. So now I go backstage.
We're going to send you backstage, and then we'll see you to close out the assembly.
All right. I'll see y'all soon.
All right. Thank you, Matali. Okay, Miss Estes. Wow. Whew.
Wow. That is the way to start the day. Good intentions, knowing that we're here to manifest good things and not give up. That's all we can do.
Yep.
I love it.
So
Thank
you know
you,
it.
Molly.
Thank you, Matali. And at every assembly, Miss Estes, Miss Allison, sorry, I'm getting used to the new name. Not the new name, but the way that you prefer to be called at Wildwood.
Yeah.
In every assembly, we recognize students whose teachers are saying they have been shining stars. They are bringing light into their virtual classrooms, to their friends, and to their teachers, and to themselves. So, shall we get started?
Yes, and this is just a small sampling. I want you all to know that we know you are bringing light in so many different ways, even if your name's not on this list.
Exactly. You want to do the first one?
I will. This is one is from Miss Hurd, and she would like to highlight Leah Cunningham as a shining star. Leah's word for 2021 is enthusiasm, and she really has been trying her best to model this in the classroom. She shows up every day excited, ready to learn and to try new things. She's been coming out of her shell more and more and sharing herself and her ideas confidently. She finds ways to enthusiastically encourage students to achieve our class goals, and she is a great leader and a friend to our community.
Beautiful. Thank you, Leah, for bringing that light to your community. And this is also from second grade from Miss Applegate, Jalen. Jalen, you always try your best even when the work is hard. Recently, when you faced challenging work in math, you got out your base 10 blocks, your pencil, and you got to work. You do not give up, and you are gaining confidence each and every day. Way to go, Jalen.
Yes. And this one is from Ted. Johan definitely is a shining star. He's in the 6th grade math group with Ted, and he is strikingly helpful and engaged. He helps Ted with technology and tips, and he makes the lessons work more smoothly. Johan also helps the other students in the group, and he tries all the math work that is presented. He does all of this with enthusiasm. There's that word again, enthusiasm, and an upbeat attitude. One way to go, Johan.
And coming from Mary Lee Austin, she'd like to suggest Eli as a shining star. He has worked incredibly hard for weeks and weeks and weeks, definitely fulfilling the T, and I try my best in the STAR motto. Not only that, Miss Allison, he is flexible, respectful, and responsible, following through outside of class.
Oh, I love it. This one is from Kate, who would like to nominate Ethan. Ethan, he's been really flexible with learning to work with new teachers, and he's been doing such a good job. Way to go, Ethan.
And the next group is from Mossy Woods. J&J, Janice and Jayani. We're so proud of these two students. When the year first started, both were very leery. They weren't quite sure about math. But as the year has progressed, they are being rock stars. They're sharing their thinking verbally, asking to try again if they make a mistake, trying harder problems. Way to go, Janice and Jayani.
And also for Gigi, she has been a superstar in math. She works hard every day, asks questions when she doesn't understand, offers to support others when they are struggling. We are proud of her. Go, Gigi.
And that's Gigi Grace. I found out that Grace likes to go by Gigi. So way to go, Grace, Gigi. And last but not least, we have Jace. Jace in grade 4 is using, such an important skill, social intelligence. Many kinds of intelligences. To notice when teachers or students are confused, and then he reaches out to help. Way to go, Jace.
We are so proud of these shining stars and all the other stars in our school. If you are out there helping teachers, helping your other fellow classmates, you are a shining star. Thank you so much for being members of your classroom community. So
we're going from the shining stars at Wildwood, Miss Estes, to a shining star who really has lit up the world.
Yes, yes. She is a poet who has just busted onto the scene during the inauguration, and she gave us chills. She gave us chills. She wrote a poem in the moment. Sometimes it can take a long time to write a poem, but she wrote one in the space of maybe a month, I think it took her to write her poem, and it was so accurate and important for the time we're living in, and she was amazing in presenting it.
At the age of 22.
She's a baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
So we're going to see an excerpt, Miss Estes, because after so many people wanted to talk to her, she was interviewed by a lot of hosts on TV, and this comes from an interview with James Corden. People know him from Carpool Karaoke and Broadway on the Street. I don't know what that's called.
Oh, it's great.
And so he asked her a really important question. He said to her, you're such an inspiration to young people. So what message do you have for them?
Oh, yes. Let's hear her answer to that question.
And all of the students at Wildwood can feel like she's talking right to them. So here we go. It's a very short excerpt from Amanda Gorman.
Thank you.
That's a phenomenal question. For me, it's to know that poetry and art in general means showing up with your best self, whoever that may be, and that in itself is beautiful. Hearing you talk about the grace in which I performed my poem, as someone who's had to work for years to overcome a speech impediment, that means everything to me. It means that I can still show up and carry this history and this background with me and still be more than worth it and more than enough. And I hope that that's what other young people see from this today. Whether you're a poet or not, an artist, a dancer, a late night host, the more that we can bring our authentic selves with hope into the moment, the more that moment will show up for us.
I mean, I sit there and I think to myself, I wonder if our elementary students who are ages 5 through 12, if they are understanding this idea of authentic self, because it's so hard to understand when you're so young. What does that mean? But she's kind of giving you examples of it in terms of believing in yourself and not shying away from the things you want to be, the things you want to try, the things you want to say.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we'd like all of our students to feel that inside of themselves. So speaking of which, we have a group of 6th graders who feel it and are brave enough to recite some of Amanda Gorman's inaugural poem. So let's invite them to join us. Here's Jude and Alaya and Quinn and Nina and Violet. Welcome to all of you. So I know you're about to read the poem, the excerpts from The Hill We Climb. How about if we talked a little bit about why you chose, because you each chose certain lines. So one at a time, you could just briefly tell.
Wait, is Ola here?
Oh, where's Ola? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Ola! Oh, how do you like that? I'm so sorry, Ola. In my stream, I scrolled down. So there you are. Thank you for remembering everybody. That's a full group. So one at a time, could you just say why you chose the words that you did? And I'm just going to go in order. I have Jude, Alaya, Olalara, Violet, Nina, and then Quinn, okay? So I'll unmute you, and you could just briefly tell us, why you chose those words, the words that you're about to read. All right, go ahead, Jude.
I chose my words from the poem because I think that being coming together and being a community is really important, and that really represented that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jude. All right, Alaya.
I chose the words because I thought they were cool.
They are. The way she uses language is incredibly cool. Thank you, Alaya. Olalara. Whoops.
I chose my words because I like how they represent hope and stuff like that. So yeah.
Beautiful. Violet?
I chose my words because I was the last one to choose, and those were the only ones available. But I like them either way.
Thank you for your honesty. Nina?
I chose my lines because a lot of people have suffered throughout this time, and my lines really tell that story.
And Quinn?
I chose my lines because I really like the way she read them at the inauguration. There's like such purpose in the lines.
Okay, so Miss Estes and I are going to remove ourselves. So we'll just see all of you. And you know the order. And take a deep breath and ready to go, okay?
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, you're going to be great. And we'll start with.
When the day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find the light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always justice.
And yet the dawn is ours. Before we knew it, somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of the country, in a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one.
We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, even as we tired, we tried, that will forever be tied victorious.
And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose.
We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the west. We will rise from the wind-swept northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the unbaked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. And every known nook of our nation and every known corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge battered and.
When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light. If only we are brave enough to see it, if only we are brave enough to be.
Oh, if only you're brave enough to be it, and you all are brave to come and to share your reading with us. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sixth graders. That was beautiful. So thank you for joining us. Keep being brave, and we're so proud of you here at Wildwood. Thanks, everybody. That's fabulous, huh? What words? So, Miss Estes, we have more and more at this assembly to share. And we have another sixth grader, and we're going to try to find him, Fernando, who emailed me and said, I'd like to speak at this assembly. Can you imagine that? That he just felt like he had something he wanted to share. And we're going to wait. We're going to move ahead, but we're going to find him and get him backstage. I sent him the link. So why don't we move over that? And I think you have someone special to introduce.
I do. I have someone special to share. So I wanted to introduce some of the students have met my son, Alexander. We call him Xander. He is a person who is a writer. He is a person who has learned how to play the guitar during the pandemic. And in inspiration of Amanda Gorman, he chose a song just for her. And so this is a song for Amanda Gorman and the effort to be your authentic self.
Hi, Wildwood. I'm here. I'm going to sing a song for Black History Month. Put Your Records On by Corinne Bailey Rae. Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. Maybe sometimes we get it wrong, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you hesitate, girl, put your records on and tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow, blue as the sky, sunburned and lonely, sipping tea in a bar by the roadside. Don't you let those salad bars fool you. Gotta love that Afro hairdo. Maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more you stay the same, the more they seem to change. Don't you think it's strange? Girl, put your records on, tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Just more than I can take, pity for pity's sake. Some nights kept me away. I thought that I was stronger. When you're gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer. Do what you wanna. Girl, put your records on, tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Go ahead and let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow, somehow.
That's my baby boy.
Oh my goodness, Miss Estes, how beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful voice.
Well, he's worked on that voice. I mean, when you think about the things we do to bring our true self to the world, you have to practice. And he has worked on his voice for a long time, but the guitar playing is his pandemic hobby. So that is something he's just learned. And I just wanted the kids to see that this is, it takes work to become your authentic self. It doesn't just come. You have to work at it.
Yes, how true, how true. And speaking of our authentic selves, we have a sixth grader backstage who's ready, who feels empowered, ready to share something. He wants to share some thoughts with us. So Fernando, we're going to welcome you. Hi, Fernando.
Hello.
Hi. So thank you for reaching out to us and saying you have something to share with people.
Thank you. So I'm going to be talking about Black Lives Matter, COVID-19, and some of the elections. So
okay, so Fernando, before you begin, Let's take a deep breath. And you came to Wildwood in second grade, right, Fernando?
Yeah.
Yeah. And where were you before you came to Wildwood?
Jackson Street in Northampton.
Northampton. So then you came over. So it's been so great to watch you grow and become who you are as a sixth grader.
Thank you.
So Miss Estes and I are going to get off the screen and just let you share your thoughts with everybody, because at Wildwood we really believe students have lots to share.
All right. Thank you.
Take it away.
All right. So before I start, I just want to say thank you to Chris for helping me and helping me with the essay, and Nick for making this happen. So hey Wildwood, it's been a long time I've talked to you guys. My name is Fernando. Today I'm going to be talking about 2020/last year. Yeah, I know it wasn't the best year, but let's kick things off with Black Lives Matter. Mr. George Floyd sadly got killed by a police officer, and there was a big protest that happened. I'm sad that racism is still going on, because your life matters. You stand up when you feel something bad is coming. That's why you have rights, people. Like, imagine I have a red apple and a green one. I eat both of them. Inside of them, it's an apple at the end of the day. You're human and you matter. Now let's move on to the election. Congrats to Mr. Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was the first African American, Asian American woman vice president. Honestly, right now, the people do it. I mean, sometimes I am here at my house wondering, how do the homeless people do it? The world isn't the best. Sometimes the world isn't the best. I want to fix these problems and make the U.S. a better place. Now we're saving the worst for last. COVID-19, it's been killing people all around the world. I mean, like last month, some of my family members got COVID. My great-grandma got it. I was upset, but I gotta keep going. They're good now, so I'm happy. But some people didn't make it, so can we please have a moment of silence? Amen. I also gotta make this sixth grade year one of the best years. Every teacher I had second to sixth grade is amazing, and y'all know who you guys are. When I leave the school, I just want to say, fifth graders, next year is your turn to be the leaders of the school. Anyways, bye. Have a good day, everybody.
You did it! You did it, Fernando! Oh, I love your voice. I love your passion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fernando. Getting lots of shout outs in the chat, Fernando. You have a lot of people out there who support you and are really feeling inspired. So thank you so much. And 2021, this last part for you and for you going out of Wildwood strong, flying high.
Thank you.
All right.
I see you, Fernando. I see you. Thank you for sharing your authentic self with us today.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, Fernando. We'll see you soon, okay?
All right.
You did it. You did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Whew.
I'm feeling chills.
Yes. So in this, we're hearing students and their teachers are developing ways for us to hear their voices. And so one way they're doing that is by recording themselves with something called Flipgrid. And we're about to hear a group of third and fourth graders.
I can't wait. I haven't seen this, so I'm very curious.
Get ready. These are, I think they're called found poems, and they're inspired by Amanda Gorman's, another poem of hers called Morning, I can't remember the name, but it's a very, she wrote it at the beginning of COVID. I'll look it up. And they listened to her poem, and then they kind of felt the images and the themes, and then created their own poems.
Okay.
And the last thing I want to say, Amanda Gorman said that in third grade, that's when she first developed her love of poetry, because of a teacher. The teacher got her inspired. So we're about to hear these third and fourth graders doing original poems.
Nice. Let's hear it.
Well, the first thing we did is our
teacher put on a video of Amanda Gorman reciting the Miracle of the Morning and got to talk about it in groups. It was very inspirational. And then we went to writing. When we were writing, we had to write what we see, what we felt, and kind of put a little bit of our lives into it, what's happening around us and stuff. And then we got to carve it, so we can carve it into what it is, what our poems are now. And what I love about Amanda Gorman is that when you're writing, you're supposed to take the reader with you on what you did and what happens in the story. And Amanda Gorman really takes us all with her when she's reciting her poem, so we really know what is happening and what her poem is all about.
This found poem is inspired by Amanda Gorman. Harder and Harder Times by Joanne. Brave and peaceful people, humankind and kind words. Emerging strong, sunlight smiles sweetly. Harder and harder times. Our hearts are growing stronger at these challenging times.
Poem inspired by Amanda Gorman. Spreading Hope by Jorah and Kiana. Looking out the window, we see people doing the things they love. My cat is walking in the snow. The snow is falling in big clumps. Kids are chasing their dogs. I listen to the rainfall. It makes a brighter day in the world. No matter how small you are, you will be together. Life is like a light bulb. How hard we try to destroy it, we cannot. We should start reading children's books that tell the truth of life. When we have hope, it makes a difference and helps people around us. We can spread that hope to everybody. Everyone spread hope. Everybody spread hope. Hi, my name is Lena. This is a found poem inspired by Amanda Gorman. Emerge. Sunlight. Bright-eyed girl. Hope. Emerge. Together. Beings. Best of beings. Smiling sweetly. Fate. And that's the end of my poem.
Goodness.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Brooke, Joanne, Jorah, Kiana, Lena. Oh my gosh. You all just, oof. That was work. They were working on that stuff. Wow. What a great share.
We can just take that happiness, the inspiration we feel into our days. So thank you. We've been talking a lot about bringing joy and light into the world, and your poetry, 3rd and 4th graders certainly did that. That was amazing. So thank you so much. Whew. Okay, so we are getting close to the end of the assembly, Miss Allison. May I call you Allison?
That's fine.
And we always like to leave a little bit at the end of the assembly before we have our closing poem and song to say goodbye and good wishes to our shooting stars. And we're saying goodbye to 3 students who are going to different places. So shall we do that?
Yes.
With our full hearts from the poetry, we'll be sending them off. So here we go. Do you want to do this one, Miss Estes?
Sejun Kim in grade 4. Sejun always likes the specials, art, and the book club. He will miss everyone. He will miss everyone in his class, as well as the book distribution. Oh, Sejun, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you.
And Sejun I think, will still be with us to the end of the month, but we're saying goodbye now because we won't have another assembly till then.
Yes.
And then we're saying goodbye to a brother and sister whose last day I think is next Friday. So this is Sarah Zhang in grade 4 also, and she says, I really enjoyed going to school at Wildwood. All the teachers were so nice. I enjoyed all the specials and all these other things. I will miss all my friends and all the teachers.
Hi, Sarah. I'm going to miss you. And her brother.
Yep.
My buddy Andy Zhang. He's in grade 6, and he says, what I will miss most about Wildwood School is all the nice teachers. They have always treated us very well, and I feel so bad to leave so near the end of my elementary school days.
So Sarah and Andy are not moving that far away to Eastern Massachusetts, to Lexington.
Yes.
And so now, and Sejun's going back to South Korea. So now all of us in the Wildwood Circle, out there in your homes, we imagine Sejun, Sarah, and Andy in their new schools, making new friends, having great teachers in their new homes. We make that picture in our mind. We're sending them off with good wishes. Here we go.
Here we go.
Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Good luck. Good experiences. Happy people. Oh.
Thank you for all your contributions to Wildwood. And stay in touch. Tell us how you're doing.
Yeah, you have my email.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. We'd like to hear. Wildwood, we have Wildwood families and students all around the world.
Mm.
Okay. Whew.
Okay. I think we have one more presenter, a poem, right?
Yeah. Yes, we do. And so this is Carolyn. Carolyn works here at Wildwood, and she came to us and said, I want to read a poem. So Carolyn, we're going to invite you here. How are you? So nice to see you.
Hi, friend.
Good morning, Wildwood.
Thank you for
everybody.
Thank you for being brave enough to join us here and recite a poem for us.
Happy Black History Month to everyone. And I'm so inspired by all the students that came before me.
Yes.
And I would like to read a poem by Maya Angelou called And Still I Rise.
Beautiful. So we're going to remove ourselves, Carolyn, and let you present to the whole community. Take it away.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh, ha ha ha, like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Out of the hut of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, Welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing in the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you, Wildwood.
Thank you, Carolyn. Oh, I love your reading of that. That is one of my favorite poems, and you really made it just come alive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Those words will stay with us. Still I rise.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Carolyn picked out that poem, Allison, and she didn't realize that the closing song by Matali, it's coming right up, incorporates some of the words of that of the poem into the song.
Oh, I mean, it's just amazing how connected this has all been for me, from Phyllis Wheatley to Amanda Gorman to Carolyn Holmes' reading of Maya Angelou. I mean, it's just been such a wonderful experience of celebrating the written word.
So here we go. Yes, that's true. And it's really just kicking off today, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. But let's welcome Matali back to Broadcast Booth.
Hello.
All right.
It's a hard act to follow all these things. I might pack it up and just make me a coffee. And I'm not. This ain't what I'm trying to do. All of these kids, but it was really great to see them. I knew many of those faces. You all look a little bit older. Your head got a little bit bigger. But it was so cool to see, how much a year, or for some of you, it feels like 2 years that I've seen you all, because I haven't been in Wildwood last year. So it was really refreshing to see that, and to see the language that you all are developing, and how you're interpreting Black history. Y'all are in good hands. The world is in good hands.
Yeah.
I guess I can just introduce this, or is there something?
Yeah. So we're closing out the assembly. Miss Allison and I will come back on to launch the reading, the African American Reading Day. But you're bringing it. You started us off, and now you're bringing us all together. So take it away.
So this song is, I've never done this song alone, and I've actually never performed this song. So you all are the first time. I usually don't sing or play piano at the same time. Usually I have a band doing that. So this, if we're talking about growth mindset, and if we're talking about stepping outside of our comfort zone, well, this morning and this right now, this moment is me stepping into the unknown for you all, because I love you all so much that I'm willing to do that and embarrass myself if that happens. But this song is a song that many of you may remember it. We did it a couple years ago at the Black History Month Assembly. We did it a couple years ago, the following year at a chorus concert, and it's inspired by the chorus. Goes something like this, and I would love it if you all at home sing with me, even though I can't hear y'all, I can feel y'all. And so it goes like, the day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. Let's try it. So it's the day is on its way. It couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. What better lyrics for Black History Month, right? And I think you all are learning about Black History Month. You're learning about the importance of these things. But we also know that for Black people, a lot of the history we've learned and the reality of what Black people have had to deal with in this country, it hasn't changed much. And people still don't want to talk about it, and believe it or not, there's still people who don't even want to talk about Black history. And if we don't talk about Black history, well, then we turn on the news and we're going to keep seeing these things that we keep seeing. We're going to keep seeing the struggle. We're going to keep having to revisit these conversations, because these are the same conversations that I had when I was an elementary school student. And a lot of these conversations are the same conversations that our parents had and our grandparents had. And so we're not doing them any service if we're still having the same conversations. Because if we're having the same conversations, that means the needs are the same. And if the needs are the same, that means we aren't doing enough to make this world the world we need to do. So the day is on its way. It couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. And so that's us saying, you know, despite what history has said, despite everything else, and despite people maybe not wanting to talk about this, or despite people having hate in their hearts, or despite people feeling a way about people who look like me, and who look a lot of you who are on the stream right now, the day is on its way. Equality is coming, right? And we've read that in a lot of your poems, right? If only we can see it, if only we can feel it, right? Or I'm getting those lyrics wrong, but you know, this is our world. And so if you want to sing that one more time. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. It's not in my range, but it's in y'all's. And this is what I do for y'all. I sing outside of my range for y'all. All right, so a part of this is, again, the same poem that Miss Holmes just read, Maya Angelou's I Rise, and I put that to music. And another part is Common's verse, one of Common's verses to the movie Selma, from the song Glory. And then the last verse is another Maya Angelou poem called Equality. And so if you know those, you're more than welcome to say them with me. But if you don't, you can just come in on the chorus and we're going to catch a vibe. You may write me down in history, your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me down in the very dirt, but still like the dust I'll rise. Does my happiness upset you? Why are you set with gloom? Cause I laugh like I've got an oil well pumping in my living room. So you may shoot me with your words, and you may cut me with your eyes. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise, 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 out of the shacks of history's shame, up from a past rooted in pain. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise, 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 here we go. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Every day, woman and man become legends. Sins that go against our skins become blessings. The movement is written to us. Freedom's like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True on living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman or man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots be on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we stand up. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. We have lived a painful history, you know our shameful past, but I keep on marching forward and you keep on coming fast. Equality, and I will be free. Equality, and I will be free. Take the blinders from your vision, take the padding from your ears and confess you've heard me crying and confess you've heard my tears. Equality, and I will be free. Equality, and I will be free. Hear the tempo so compelling, hear the blood throb in my veins. Yes, my drums are beating nightly and the rhythm never change. Hear the tempo so compelling, hear the blood throb in my veins. Yes, my drums are beating nightly and the rhythm never change. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. Not my range. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. Let's try that again. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. Again. The day it's on its way, couldn't wait no more. Here it comes, ready or not. Here it is. All right. Well, thank you all so much for letting me be here and be a part of it. Remember, Black History is all year. And so I really like to emphasize that. For me, when February 1st hit, nothing changed for me. Because this is the history I always learn and I always make it a point, and I feel like everybody needs to, because Black history is American history, is world history, and there's no way you can separate this. And so learn what you need to learn. But Black History Month is more like a Black history recharge. It's you're planting those seeds here for the rest of y'all lives. You know, you should be learning about this. So don't let me catch y'all in May and I'm giving y'all some Black history books and you're saying we only do that in February. No.
Absolutely.
365, and that goes for all history, all these people, this world we're living in. You don't have to be Black to care about Black history. Just like you don't have to be a woman to care about women's history, because Black history is everybody's history. You know, all of our history is everybody's history, and the history we don't know is the history we repeat.
Thank you, Mitali. Thank you so much. And it is a recharge moment. And thank you for those words.
Yeah.
Thank you all for putting up with my janky singing.
You're demonstrating that growth mindset for everybody, Mitali.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Mitali is also going to be a guest reader in a 5th grade class and all of the 6th grade. So thank you so much, Mitali, for joining us. You are forever a part of the Wildwood community, as you know.
Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Love you too, Mitali.
Once again, hopefully in person.
Yes.
Definitely.
Take care.
All right. Take care, y'all.
So true. This is a recharge moment for the read-in. The African American read-in is a way to be recharged. Learning about the literary traditions, poetry, how inspirational. And as we sign off, Miss Estes, I can't not say happy birthday to you, Allison, Miss Allison. So out there in Wildwood Land, let's shout it out to Allison, Miss Allison. It's her birthday. Can you
Thank you.
Celebration.
Woohoo! It's going to be a good day, but you know, every day has to be a good day. And I am so excited about the African American read-in. I'm going to do my best to just say hi to as many kids as I can today. That's my birthday present to me.
All right, there you go, Allison. All right, so this is it. I think all the classroom teachers have their schedules and they've sent out the links to our guest readers. We have guest readers from Wildwood, from the Emmer School community, from the UMass Phi College community, from the greater Western Mass. So we know at Wildwood, we know how to welcome people. And I know students, every year the readers say, where do we get these students? They're so smart. They ask such good questions. So let's get started, shall we? On your birthday.
That's right. And thank you, everyone. I really appreciate the birthday messages, but please enjoy the readers that are coming in today. This is such a wonderful tradition at Wildwood. This is our first virtual read-in. There might be some glitches, there might be some hang-ups, but you know we are going to support each other through it. And it's going to be a wonderful time to really connect to each other and learn more about our human family. in our Wildwood family too.
All right. So take a little break from the screen and then go back to your class. All right, everybody? Do little stretches. Here we go. Happy African American Read-In. Happy Black History Month. Take care, everyone.
Take care. Recharge.